Welcome to the official tutorial on how to get started with Stardew Valley with mod support. This particular video is intended for use by members of the potato farm that have been invited to join the Stardew Valley modded map. The first thing you're going to want to do is download the install utility that you can find in the description box below, or alternatively have been provided with directly from Crucionics. Once you've downloaded this file, simply run it. You may be prompted to elevate administrative privileges. Once you have provided administrative privileges, you can now install the application. Simply click Install. If you have any applications open that conflict with the install, please close them or select Automatically Close the Applications. And just like that, you've installed the setup utility. Make sure that Launch Stardew Valley, the Potato Farm modded framework, is selected, and then click Finish. You should then see this window. This is the start of the install process for the mods and the mod framework. It is very well documented and goes over all of the steps in detail. However, a visual guide is always appreciated, so feel free to pause at your own pace. This utility will help you understand and then install the mods required as well as the framework required. An important note: since we are going to be playing on a modded API, this will conflict with your current game saves. What we're going to do as a part of this setup process is automatically create a desktop shortcut that will link directly to Stardew Valley with mod support. We do not recommend that you use your existing game saves and your existing farms with this shortcut. Instead, if you want to play on one of your existing farms, open it through Steam as you always have. But when you want to play on the Potato Farm modded server, you will need to use the shortcut on the desktop provided. As a part of the setup process, when we click Get Started, the application will automatically create a backup for you of all of your save files, just in case. Once you're ready to get started, simply click Get Started. Now we are going to have to provide some information. Since all computers are different, we're going to need to provide the information outlined here in Step 1. It outlines that in Steam, you must right-click on Stardew Valley, hover over Manage in the drop-down box, and then click Browse Local Files. Simply open Steam, right-click on Stardew Valley, either here or within the list. Hover over Manage, and then click Browse Local Files. This will open up a new window within Windows Explorer. Depending on the version of Windows you're running, this might look slightly different. The next step is to right-click anywhere within the folder and then click Properties. Right-click and select Properties. If your window says Stardew Valley Properties, you have done this correctly. The next step is to select and copy the entire string of text that appears to the right of Location in the General tab. Since we are already on the General tab, we need to select all of the information to the right of Location and then click Copy. We can now close this dialog box. The next step says to paste the string of text that you just copied into the text box below. It should contain the words Steam, Steam Apps, and Common. As you can see, we copied and it says Steam, Steam Apps, and Common. Since I have Stardew Valley installed on my D drive, this might be slightly different to what you're expecting. Once you have done this, press Next. If you've done it correctly, you will see this screen. Now you are able to launch the SMAPI installer. SMAPI stands for Stardew Valley Modded API. If the window says it was unable to find your game path, as it does on my computer, you will need to type the file path to the game directory. Luckily, our application has already pasted this into our clipboard, so simply hit Ctrl V and then click Enter. Alternatively, this utility might actually be able to find your Stardew Valley install. Simply press 1 and then press Enter. Once you have seen the text that says SMAPI is installed, you can close this window. Our final step is to now click Next to install the mods. And that's it. You should now be ready to play Stardew Valley with mods installed. You can now close this window. I currently have my desktop icons hidden. However, if you go to your desktop, you will see a new Stardew Valley modded shortcut, which will launch Stardew Valley with mod support. If you want to play Stardew Valley with mod support and join the Potato Farm multiplayer server, you will launch Stardew Valley from this shortcut, and not through Steam. If you want to play any of your existing single-player games, simply open up Steam and launch Stardew Valley the way that you always have. You should now be ready to join the Stardew Valley multiplayer server. However, if there are some issues with the mods, this will need to be tackled later. If you have any problems joining the server, please contact Crucionics on the Potato Farm Discord.